approval, and I turned to see all the others with glowing stones as well. Sen stood atop hers, Zephyr held his in one claw, and Roth had his almost translucent hoof resting on a stone. They were all the same color, glowing and bright. We let everyone cheer, as I mentally asked my 3 mythicals if they were ready. Sen's grin grew wider, Zephyr dipped his head, and I felt excitement and anticipation from Roth. A moment later, Sen ran to Roth and bounded onto his back, helped by my abilities. At the same time, Zephyr and I launched into the air. While Zephyr and Roth flew, I pushed air down and away from me, jetting myself upward until I could reach Zephyr. I landed on his back, and he flew around the large cavern. Zephyr had grown since the last time we had performed a bonding ceremony. He was now full-sized, and the cavern was more crowded than the last time. We flew in a couple of tight circles, then I took control of the rock area we'd been standing on and lifted it to meet Zephyr as he landed. Roth continued to fly. Once we were back on solid ground, I started lowering the rock. Before I put it down, I connected my mind to the rock in the ceiling and tunneled a hole through to the surface, reaching for a small stream that ran down the mountain. I completed the tunnel while forming a bowl at my feet. Water cascaded into the bowl as I widened it, creating a large pool. I controlled the water to ensure it went nowhere else, not a splash on anyone. At the same time, I dampened the sound to make it a silent but stunning waterfall. At my mental signal, Roth flew at the waterfall from behind. Sen dropped off his back while he was still several feet in the air. I caught her with air, placing her down gently, before Roth landed in the middle of the pool. I still contained the sound, but I let the water arc out and splash a little. The light from the many mirrors in the cavern glinted off Roth, who looked like a standing pool of water. There were gasps of delight, but most stayed silent, watching and captivated. To end the show, I stopped the water flow again, redirecting it on the surface of the mountain to its previous path. I didn't close the hole, however, but widened it to let the light through and shine on the surface of the pool. It lit up Roth, Sen, and Zephyr. Finally, I moved the mirrors that adorned the room to highlight my bonded mythicals. Roth was glistening like water in the moonlight, Zephyr's scales shone a brilliant bronze, and Sen's delicate mushroom shape came alive in new ways. There were gasps of awe at how beautiful I made the 3 creatures look. "Come and stand with us," Zephyr said. "You should be in the spotlight with us." I considered refusing, since I wanted it to be about the amazingness of mythicals and how far we'd come. It wasn't about me and proving anything. Before I could say no, however, all 3 of them looked at me, making it clear they agreed. Nervous of the spotlight in a whole new way, I almost lost control of the elements. Taking a deep breath, I lifted myself into the air as gently as I could and floated over to land in the pool between the 3 mythicals. The elves watching us cheered louder. I could barely see them with us lit up so much. They appeared darker. Hoping I didn't screw it up, I began putting the mirrors and lights back the way they had been. I exhaled with relief when it was almost done and the cavern was lit more evenly again. As I fiddled with the last of the mirrors, not sure where it had been angled before, I noticed Ortholo coming toward us. He reached out with his mind and helped me put it back, and Gwaylon came over to the edge of the pool. I was about to apologize and ask where they wanted the water to go when he nodded at it and moved to Ortholo's side. "I think the pool is an improvement. We should make it a permanent feature," he said, smiling at me. My cheeks flushed as I walked out, taking control of the water that had wet my clothes and draining it back into the pool so I was dry again. Sen bounded onto my shoulder, and Zephyr came closer until I could reach up and rest a hand on his shoulder. It made me feel calmer. Minshang appeared from the shadow.